Good morning, YouTube. My name is Nicola. This is Free My Cure, and we are here today for our first episode of Coffee with Nicola, or What's in My Coffee with Nicola. So if you give me a moment, I still have to share the feed out like I do every morning. But this is the new coffee spot. So give me a moment and we will be good to go. So this is episode 1. Select all, copy, post it, and we are getting her going. This is obviously a video. So let's do this. Sorry, this always takes me a minute. So the first thing we're gonna do is we've set up for a dab here. So as you guys can see, I have my little bong going on. I have my coffee brewing behind me. Let's start this off with a nice good little dab, and then we will jump right into coffee and cannabis. As always, guys, fuck cancer. So this is the first time I'm trying this in my kitchen. I have the window open, I have the fan going, so let's see what happens. So, welcome to my channel. This is Free My Cure. Today, it's all about cannabis news and coffee. So, coffee is brewed. On Monday, I made some caramel. So, I'm basically just going to grab this chunk right off the plate, and I'm just going to drop it directly into my coffee and start stirring. So, I also have some infused honey back here, as well as some creamer. So let's make this coffee and let's talk about this. There is a lot going on in cannabis news this week. So, I have stats from 2018, how much cannabis was sold in Arizona during the last month of 2018, as well as November. Caregivers, MMJ patients, the amount of how many pounds were sold in Arizona over the last month and a half, basically. So we're going to talk about all of this. We are going to get this going as soon as my caramel is melted into my coffee. Add a little of my can of honey. And we will move to creamer as well because I don't like black coffee. So I made this new little coffee bar station at my house, this little cubby that I have in my kitchen that I decided, you know something, we're gonna set something up. We're gonna do something in the kitchen because we cook in here, we do other stuff in here. So I decided to start off a new section, or a new playlist that is about cannabis news and what's been going on, because I've had a lot of people asking me, what's going on? So instead of you guys just asking me one at a time and we go on with the news, and then I'm repeating myself millions of times, I decided we're just gonna start a new segment. We're gonna start drinking some coffee, we're gonna get some edibles in us, and we're gonna smoke right here in the kitchen, and we're gonna talk about what's going on, what's relevant in cannabis news. So good. Oh, you can really taste this honey and the infused caramel in this. Is so good. Partly cloudy 420. How are you today, darling? What are you smoking on? Cheers. So one of the first things that I do want to start off with today is Arizona Supreme Court ruling on the cannabis issue here in Arizona, which has been, I've been following this for the past year. Cannabis concentrates, like what I'm doing here with this crumble, is actually illegal here in Arizona. It kind of falls under a don't ask, don't tell policy when you're at home, but if you're transporting it, you are gonna get busted. I mean, it's not you are going to, you could very well get busted, and it is a hefty prison term here in Arizona right now to be caught with these types of concentrates, which is amazing. So there are new bills being passed going up for a vote here in Arizona, and I want to talk about those a little bit. I want to talk about that extract law. I want to talk about what's changing here in Arizona within the next couple of months and what to expect in 2019 as far as cannabis goes. We're going to do this. This segment is going to be a every Thursday event. We're going to do cannabis news every Thursday at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11 or 10 to 10:30, however it turns out, however much news we have is how we'll work on this. And then we will proceed. So we will be doing reviews on this particular show as well. We'll be doing edible reviews only. We will not be doing smoke reviews. We will be smoking on the station, but we won't be doing actual reviews on this particular playlist. I have other playlists that you will find 300 or 400 cannabis reviews, so it's pretty amazing. So let's jump into this. Now you guys know what's going on. You have it. You've got the scoop from your girl Nicola. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna find out how much has gone on in 2018. So smoke them if you have them. Let's talk. So as I did say, concentrates are illegal in Arizona right now. And so we have a new, oh, this isn't even right. Arizona state law bill coming up that is the Senate Bill 1138 and 1137. Basically, Arizona Senator Sonny Borelli is proposing 2 medical marijuana bills aiming to benefit patients. Senate Bill 1138 would reduce the cost of a medical marijuana card in Arizona. Now, what does that mean exactly? Right now, medical marijuana cards in Arizona are $150 a year. That's the highest the highest state medical marijuana card, one of the highest. That would reduce that 1178 would reduce the amount of that yearly fee to just $50. And it would also make your cards valid for 2 years instead of 1. So now you would be, every 2 years, you would be paying $50 for your card instead of $150 every year. So that's a huge deal. I love it. Thank you, Senator Sonny Borelli. That's what we're needing. We need to cut some of these costs a little bit. I mean, I still want to see those tax benefits go to the schools and all of those other things that we are currently doing, but we need more going on. Hey, Michelle, how you doing, darling? So, Oh, I'm sorry, it's 1170 or 1138 would reduce the state fee from $150 to $50, and it would make your cards valid for 2 years instead of 1. 1137 would implement testing of medical marijuana substances for pesticides and other harmful substances. So this is what I talk about all the time. The carcinogen levels, we are going to start testing for those. That's what we want. So this is a huge deal for us. So the debate regarding the legality of marijuana extracts, or hashish as they're called in Arizona, continues. And on January 8th, the Arizona Supreme Court said it has agreed to determine whether marijuana extracts are legal under the Arizona Medical Marijuana Act, or the AMMA. Will Humble, who was the director of Arizona Department of Health Services when the voter-approved marijuana law passed, expressed via affidavit to the court that he always believed the AMMA allowed for alternative forms of marijuana, such as extracts, but we were unaware that they were not. It was the AMMA defines usable marijuana as the dried flowers of the marijuana plant and any mixture or preparation thereof, but does not include seeds, stalks, and roots of plant. So understand that you're still not going to be able to cultivate in Arizona unless you're a caregiver or you're a caregiver for yourself. Unless you live in a place that you are granted access to cultivate. How that works right now is that you have to be, I want to say it's a 26-mile radius, and it's a round radius circle from any marijuana dispensary. If you are outside those boundaries, you can grow for yourself. You grow on your own, and it is illegal. It'll actually stamp it on your card as a cultivator. So that's what that means. Arizona Department of Health Services has allowed state licensed dispensaries to sell extracts since the AMMA was implemented in the law enforcement throughout Arizona, except for Yavapai, which basically means Tucson, Arizona. Watch your back. State licensed dispensaries to sell extracts since the AMA was implemented into the law enforcement throughout Arizona has been allowing patients to use and possess marijuana extracts, except if you live in Yavapai County or in Tucson. They do not want you to have those, the concentrates, your RSO, all of this falls under that hashish law. So even if you live in Tucson, Arizona, or you're in Yavapai County and you have Rick Simpson oil, that is considered an illegal substance. That is the cure for cancer, and it is an illegal substance. Can you believe this crap? So, and so this will continue until we get another court hearing, which will likely be this spring. We will get another court hearing, and then they're going to rule on this again. But remember, in the midst of all of this, we have the federal government looking at legalization. We have the federal government looking with the EPA as well as other places in California at federally legalizing cannabis for marijuana, medical marijuana patients only, not recreational purposes at this point. So that is a beautiful thing. I love it. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, guys. I totally forgot. I don't know. I'm a girl and I always forget that crap. Like my anniversary, all of it. I am so bad. So, as of November, oh yes. So, as of November 28th, this is actually kind of cool information that I was able to run across. As of November 2018, there was 11,795 pounds of medical marijuana sold in Arizona. Just in November. There were 873 caregivers and 5,418 dispensary agents. That was in November. That's an amazing accomplishment. 33 states have legalized medical marijuana, and 10 states have brought in some form of recreational. So we have made huge leaps and bounds during 2018 and only expect to have even bigger leaps and bounds in 2019. So again, this is all for Arizona only. This show will reach out further than just Arizona. However, for now, because I know the law so well here in Arizona and I'm still learning laws in other states, figured we'd start with this. So, as of the end of the year of 2018, the beginning of 2019, there were 200,060 medical marijuana patients in the state of Arizona alone. That's it, just in the state of Arizona. There were 2,108 caregivers, and there were 8,536 dispensary agents, and that was in 2018. Or I'm sorry, that was going into 2019. In 2018, there were, let's see if I can do this without messing it up, 111,830 pounds of flower sold, or 1,789,294 ounces of medical marijuana flower sold in 2018. Marijuana edibles, there were 4,983 pounds sold. Other marijuanas, you're looking at 5101 on the amount of pounds sold, so that's concentrates, that's anything outside of the flower and edibles. I do have ranges of ages, but I wasn't as concerned about that. However, as qualifying conditions here in Arizona right now, we have 173,634 medical marijuana patients that have the right to use medical cannabis for chronic pain, 4,206 for cancer, 2,459 for PTSD, 1,341 for seizures, 923 for muscle spasms, 1,137 for glaucoma, 815 for Hep C, 836 for nausea, 740 for HIV or AIDS, 629 for Crohn's disease, 141 for cachexia, 86 for Alzheimer's, 35 for sclerosis, and 11,035 that have 2 or more qualifying conditions. That's crazy. That is so many. So as broken down in counties, as far as medical marijuana patients are concerned, there are 119,941 medical marijuana patients in Maricopa County. There are 25,954 medical marijuana patients in Pima County, 10,901 in Pinal County, 9,277 in Yavapai, 5,062 in Mojave, and 3,799 in Coconino County alone. And this is just, I mean, and it's growing every year. And then, oh my God, marijuana sales at Arizona dispensaries. Now remember, this is sales at qualifying legal marijuana dispensaries in Arizona. This does not count as black market sales. It doesn't count as your, drug dealers or anything like that. That's it. That's just dispensaries that pay taxes. Okay. Marijuana sales at Arizona dispensaries skyrocket from 1,386,198 ounces of marijuana sold in 2017 to 1,950,662 in 2018. Oh geez, it's been a 40.7% rise. And then an average ounce sells for $200 in Arizona. And then Arizona dispensaries sold approximately $390 million over the last year. Tell me what other business can have those numbers in less than 10 years of it being legalized. Marijuana flower was by far the most popular product sold at dispensaries, making up 1,789,294 ounces, or 111,830 pounds sold in 2018. In 2018, Arizona Department of Health Services received 200,060 patient applications at $150 an application. So 200,000 people paid $150 to the state of Arizona for the right to use medical marijuana in 2018. My question here is, why do we still have children going hungry? Why do we still have homeless going hungry without beds in the worst times in, for Arizona anyway, which is winter and summer months, which are the hottest and the coldest for us? Why is this still going on? What's going on here? What is happening with this money? So Arizona charges a 5.6% sales tax on medical marijuana. At an estimated $390 million in sales in 2018, the state earned over $22 million in tax revenues. Arizona charges a 5.6% sales tax on, last year, 59.97% of Arizona's medical marijuana patients were male, while 40% were female. Wow. Of all patients at the state level, 87.69% received a medical marijuana card for chronic pain. Wow. 18 to 30-year-old males, 18 to 30-year-olds made up the largest demographic of Arizona medical marijuana patients at 26.8%. The second largest group being 31 to 40-year-olds at 20.68%, and then 51 to 60-year-olds at 16%. That's crazy. So at the end of 2018, to be January 2019 this year, we had 200,060 medical marijuana patients. We had 2,108 caregivers and 8,536 dispensary agents. Now, we'll talk about the mandatory testing. Oh, and then the last one on this. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. This is a petition to reduce the medical marijuana card fee in Arizona. I am going to put the descriptions in the link below so you can get to this page yourself. This is the petition dropping it from $150 a year to $30. So I am asking everybody, download this off of the YouTube, or download this. I will be putting it on my website as well. Download this, sign that petition, send this in. This is a major thing for us. California being one of the states that has the lesser of the fees, I believe is $35 every 6 months. So that would even put Arizona below California. And that's, there's a lot of patients in Arizona that are sub-poverty, that do need that help, that they are on food stamps or they are on cash assistance, or because they are below poverty. This would help them out a lot, reducing their fees from $75 to $30 as well, I believe, unless they're going to drop their straight state fees and registrations down as well. So that is it for the first show, the first episode, done and over with. Woohoo! So what do you have in your coffee? Let's do another dab and then we are out of here. I am going to be doing a weed review. I think I'm going to do the weed review right here today because it's freaking raining outside and I don't want to get wet. Yay, yes. I will be here with a good read review. Actually, I'm going to be reviewing what we're dabbing on right now. So we're going to be doing some darker crumble. It's some good tasting stuff, let me tell you. So let's dab this, and then we will start a new video, get a dab review done, and have a great time. So here we go, guys. As always, fuck cancer. Oh, that is a good citrusy blend. Oh, so yummy. So guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like the content. We are going to continue this every Thursday until I say we're going to stop, I guess. But I will see you guys back in 5. We're going to do this review. It is of lemonade haze and deadhead. So I will see you back in 5. Mwah! Mad love, guys.